Fog has got it socked in to where I can't see the runway. So if I can't see the runway here, if you're out and about driving around, please take a few extra minutes, take some precaution. Don't get crazy. Let's try not to get too many accidents going out there today. Guy who I don't know what the weather is where he is, but he's up in Atlanta. Probably nice and sunny and warm and, just a lovely metropolitan area of the city of Atlanta. Probably went and took in a Braves game oh, no, they were in Colorado, so he couldn't have took in a Braves game. But Galen Unall from Life South joins us thanks to the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, Penn Flooring, and Just Shipped. Galen, how was your first full day of, you actually physically worked yesterday, so you probably are exhausted.
Yeah, well, today is day 4 for me. It's day 2 of the blood drive. We did okay. We did a little more than half of what we did 2 years ago. So, which I don't think is that surprising. Everybody who's coming to the conference, they have to prove they're vaccinated or have a COVID negative test. And the crowds are, again, about half of what they usually are.
So what you're saying then is at Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia being one of the 50 states, one of the original 13 colonies, one of the birthplaces of freedom in this country, you must present your papers.
No, only at Dragon Con.
That's what I'm saying. But Dragon Con in Atlanta, in Georgia, one of the 13 states, colonies that started the freedom of the United States, there is a place that is requiring you to we require that you must present your papers. Just checkpoint Charlie, you must present your papers.
Yeah, but you don't have to go. Right? I mean, to me, it's a choice. This isn't one of our inalienable. You don't have an inalienable right to attend a private event. It's your choice. You don't have to go.
It's public hotels.
No, it isn't. No such thing as a public
hotels.
No,
they're open to the public. The public can go to them.
No, they're not. Absolutely not. That's not true. Yeah, you are not allowed.
So you're okay. So you're okay with passports then and everything. Wonderful. You like the vaccination passports and the checkpoint Charlies and now we can be denied our freedoms. That's great, Galen. Great. Why don't you just move to Russia?
Yeah, that's not in any way, shape, or form what I said. Hotels are private property. That's why you can get a trespass. Well, and again, if the owner, who I know, if he's like, in order to make people feel comfortable, I did this. You don't have to go to Dragon Con.
All I hear right now is heels snapping together, hands extending outward into a forward point, and Heil! That's all I hear.
All right. So to you then, and you're probably going to laugh at this analogy, but it's the same. So to you, you shouldn't have to buy a ticket to anything, because if you buy a ticket to something, you're showing them your papers.
Oh no, that's not the same thing at all. That's apples and oranges.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
How is it apples and oranges? There's a requirement where you have to do something.
No, I have to buy a ticket to Dragon Con. I get that. But I have to buy a ticket to Dragon Con. I get that. But I have to show my papers to make sure they sell me the ticket.
All right. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, sure.
The only paper I should have to show them to buy the ticket is the one that says legal tender.
No, you don't have to go. It's not a public event.
I'm just saying, in my opinion, the only paper I should have to show anybody is legal tender.
Well, that's not true.
This is the United States of America. This is not the Eastern Bloc.
Do you when you drive a car and you get pulled over in that big old Cadillac going 147 miles
I don't get pulled over, sir.
Well, do you show them your driver's license and you go, no, I'm a free citizen traveling?
Oh yeah, no, I'm the free citizen guy. Keep the window rolled up, everything.
Let me know how that works out for you when they drag you in your broken
by the way, those people, those free citizens people, okay, they aggravate the hell out of me.
Cracks me up.
I know the slippery slope we're going down, and I don't like it.
It's not. No. This isn't the first time. Like, are bars that require you to show a photo ID before you enter. To me, it's not that different. If this was a public function, right? If this was a school board meeting, or you were trying to get into a library, or you were trying to go to school, or depending on if the college was private or not, then now we're talking about treading on our own rights. But this is something that we chose to do.
Yeah, I don't want this vaccination passport junk is just, it seems
not what
to
it is.
it seems
Not what it is.
seems to me to
Not
be
what it is.
overreaching.
So so now that you've gotten 2 shots, you've got a vaccine card.
I
right?
do have a vaccine card. I don't have it.
Okay.
My wife has it. I have no idea. I haven't even seen the thing. I couldn't tell you what it looks like.
So let's say you want to go to a concert in Colorado, in New York, right? Because it's your favorite comedian or something. You would either have to make the choice: I'm going to show them that card, or I'm not. That's your choice. It's your choice.
Yeah, okay. And that's how they sold it before they put up the concrete walls in Berlin too, I bet.
Actually, it's not. Not at all. They were there to protect them from this foreign
Look,
enemy.
if you're okay with Colonel Wilhelm Klink standing there going, "I must see your papas," then okay, good for you. I'm not okay with it.
I guess I am then.
I'm not okay with it. And I'm kind of shocked you're okay with having to show your papers.
The bus isn't open though.
So let's get off this because it's just going to aggravate me and make me angry and tell you how much you're wrong and I'm right. So we'll switch gears so that I can show you where else I'm right. I watched college football last night. I went down the rabbit hole and I was watching, the Appalachian State game because I went to graduate school at Appalachian State. So I was watching Appalachian State. Then I was flipping over because the UCF game didn't start on time because it was in a lightning delay. Then I was watching North Carolina State absolutely trounce USF 35-0. And then I switched over finally to the UC, and then I watched the Braves game. They somehow held on against the Rockies. They gave up 5 runs in the first 3 innings and then didn't give up another run for 6 innings with their bullpen. I don't know how the bullpen was that good for 6 innings. It was amazing. But so I'm watching all these sports, and then I flip over to the UCF game, and they're down by 21 points to Boise State. They're getting shellacked by Boise State in the first half, and I'm like, well, this is not good for Gus Malzahn. This is not a good start for the Gus Malzahn era. They go in the locker room. They come out of the locker room, and they're world beaters when they come out of the locker room, come back from the largest deficit in school history, win the football game 36-31, and UCF and Gus Malzahn off and running. Were you kind of surprised they were behind that much in the first half to Boise State?
Well, honestly, I didn't know anything about the game until you just gave me the recap. So I didn't watch any of it. I didn't get back to my hotel room until like 10:30, and I kind of went to sleep. So I don't even know if the Red Sox won last night.
Yeah, they did. They beat the Rays again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat the Rays again.
There you go. Okay. That's awesome. That makes me feel better.
So you're glad the Red Sox won, but you still are okay with showing your papers to get in places. Okay, I see.
That's correct.
I see.
That's correct.
I see. So if you didn't watch any sports, you hadn't done anything. Well, I mean, I should just talk to Joe Martone then.
I don't know. I'm in this bubble. I told you. My world is Dragon Con right now. I do know a little bit more about the Alabama-Miami game because I talked to a bunch of people from Alabama. But, yeah, I mean, I got nothing.
Hey, let me ask you this. You said it's about half the attendance of a normal Dragon Con. But is the cosplay still solid? Is it still top notch?
Not yet. I didn't get to see any yesterday.
Well, tonight will probably be pretty good for cosplay. Tonight and tomorrow night are probably
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, all day tomorrow because of the parade.
Right.
Should be pretty good.
And they are going to do the parade. They're definitely doing the parade.
Yeah. My old butt's going to be walking in it tomorrow.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
sounds
I
sounds
don't know.
sounds like you're having a wonderful
I'm
time, Galen.
tired, man. I'm tired. My legs are about to leave me. I was
Well,
about to get up and walk off if they could.
well, they may. You never know about. You just never know. Hey, we're going to take a break. We'll come back right after this.
All right.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Friday, a foggy Friday, although the sun's starting to peek through and burn the fog away. This is one of those days, Galen, where it's a good thing they got radar and stuff in these planes that take off and land out here, because eyesight would not help you see the runway till it was right on you. You there? Galen, you know.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I had it on mute. I'm sitting there talking and I had it on mute.
You had it on
yeah,
mute.
our light shop plane, we had to divert to Jacksonville because of the fog and Gainesville. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's pea starting to burn off now, but it was pea soup when I drove in this morning. And of course, I just had Dan Martone was in here because we had an issue with one of the computers in the back, and he had to come in and work his magic, and then told me why I was an idiot. Why it really wasn't the computer; it was just I was an idiot. And that's not surprising.
Every once in a while you have to be told you're an idiot.
It's not surprising.
I mean, I'm a big believer in that.
It's not surprising that I'm an idiot, Hey, I know you've been in your bubble and everything, but I'm going to bring you up to speed on something, and I'm going to ask you a question about it after I bring you up to speed. You okay with that?
Sure.
Today, in a new NBC poll that was taken, it was released this morning. It's an NBC poll, Yahoo News, and YouGov poll. Says that more Americans, Joe Biden's approval rating, 44%, the lowest that it's been in his presidency. 2 weeks ago, 49% approved of his performance as president. And the appears to have changed in the wake of, are you ready for this? 13 American service people dying in an attack at Kabul airport. My question to you is, surprised at all?
No. And I mean, it was an unpopular war. It's been an unpopular war for a long time. But you can't talk to anyone without them saying, yeah, they handled this well. Nobody even gives the bailout question of, well, what did you want them to do? Right? Like there was no good exit strategy. Nobody even said that, because you cannot just look at the facts as they lie and say, yeah, that's the best we could have done. Nobody says that.
No, nobody.
What's surprising to me? is this administration hasn't offered up a scapegoat.
No,
Right?
they really
Like,
haven't.
if you're Biden, you take one of your high level military analysts, maybe it's the Joint Chiefs, right? Maybe it's one of the generals, and you ask them and you accept their resignation, right? That's what you do.
You get your intelligence,
honestly,
maybe your intelligence advisor or something, one of your foreign policy people, something. Somebody should step down.
But instead, he laid it all at the feet of the previous administration.
Right. He said, not
And he
my
didn't
fault.
follow anything.
Zero responsibility is what he'd go. Do you think you have any responsibility of what's happened in Afghanistan? His exact quote was, "I know zero responsibility."
But the buck stops with me.
Right.
And then he follows. I'm like, okay, all right. Well, I mean, you changed all his other policies. You know, how many presidential decrees have you put in already to change everything? So,
do you think this?
Do
you think this is a prelude to seeing a flop in control of the House and Senate in 2022?
Oh yeah. I think and this is the way it always happens, right? Once one party gets into control, it swings back to the other side. That's just the way it is.
How petty
We'll
and
see if the
petulant.
Republicans do anything, because historically the Republicans have always tried to be moderates, right? Instead of trying to get stuff done.
No, I think there's a group of Republicans now that if they get in control of the House and the Senate, Joe Biden will be impeached as quick as they can impeach him.
No, they're not going to. I hope not.
They're going to bring him up on these charges on the way he handled this. On the way he handled this.
For what?
They're going to say it was.
Misdemeanor?
They're going to say it was
What is a
treason.
high-crime misdemeanor?
I promise you, they're going to say it was treasonous, leaving Americans
Treasonous
not
for what?
by leaving Americans there and not getting them all out.
Well, first of all, I hope not, because I think that takes our country in the wrong direction.
Of course it does.
A, and B, he didn't actually break a law.
No, hold on. He called the Afghan president. There's a recording where he called the Afghan president and told the Afghan president, make it look as good as you can. To say whatever you got to say. Where he's instructing the Afghan president to lie. That could be. Hey, if Donald Trump can get in trouble for talking to the Ukrainian president, got impeached. But my point is.
Why, you want Kamala?
No, here's my point. My point is, this is a moment where if the Republicans get in control of the House and Senate in 2022, they could do a lot in this country to improve relations in this country by saying, you know what? We're bigger than this. We're not petty. We're not petulant. We're not going to do the same thing that Nancy Pelosi and her group did to Donald Trump. Joe Biden, we're not going to impeach you. What you did doesn't reach the definition of what needs to be there for impeachment. Don't worry about it. We're not impeaching you. If the Republicans come out with that attitude, I think that does a lot to help the country, and it does a lot to solidify the Republican Party again.
It's the only response you can do. You have to move forward. You got to quit looking back, right? So, I mean, I'd much rather if the Republicans win for them to come in and, I don't know, try to get a budget done.
Yeah,
like Newt Gingrich
try to get some actual legislation done.
Yeah, try to get something done that's going to help America. And again, I don't think impeaching the president helps us in any way at all.
But yet, as soon as they got into power, 2 years into Donald Trump's administration, what they do? They did impeach him. And by the way, I think there's some far right-wing Republicans that don't care about getting legislation done. All they want is revenge for what happened to Donald Trump 2 years ago.
No, because you've got to remember the voices of the Republican Party.
You don't think that woman from Georgia wants to impeach? She's already filed impeachment charges with the House.
Who, Green?
She's already filed them.
Been ostracized.
Yeah,
but she's not even in any committee. She has no authority whatsoever. She's not even in a single pocket.
She'll be put back in. She'll be put back in once if the Republicans take control.
She won't, because it's not controlled by. It's controlled by the Republicans who are voted in, not by the voters themselves. Marjorie Taylor Greene is kind of crazy.
Hold on. Take the word "kinda" out, please.
But again, I mean, I love her passion. I just think it's misdirected. That's all.
It's way misdirected.
That's all. Right. Okay. So therefore, if you're going to try to sway the middle of the road, right? Because that's what everybody's after is the middle. And you got to be kind of smart. And you don't go to those extremes, because this is just like our local election here is very important. I think the next election's critically important.
I think it's very
And
critical.
Republicans have a history. Of screwing themselves up. So,
Yes.
And once they get in power, then they're like, oh, well, we're kind of scared to do anything. That happens all the time, too.
And the thing is, who in the Republican Party right now would be pegged for Speaker of the House if they took over?
I think they already have that figured out. The current minority leader, he would transition right in.
See, I'd like a hothead in there. Come on, let's get some controversy going.
I don't think you do. I don't think you do want a hothead in there.
What's his name? Jim Jordan, isn't that his name? That guy?
Yeah.
Man, that's the guy I want.
Jim Jordan's he's fun to listen to.
Trey Gowdy was still. Is he still there, Trey, or is he done?
No, he resigned. He stepped out. I like Trey Gowdy.
So die. I know who we can't get. We can't get Matt Getz. So that guy's got to stay away from leadership.
Well, again, he's in the same position
as Marjorie Greene.
That's why they're touring together.
They are doing like a rock concert tour together, aren't they?
Yeah, and let them. I don't think that's bad for the party. Like in the back of your brain, you're going, yeah, go crazy, y'all. Right? Just stay on the fringes. But we really think you're doing the Lord's work. You know what I mean?
That's pretty good. We believe you're doing the Lord's work. Continue to do it. We'll support you from the wings, and just you two stay over there
Not
and do
publicly.
you two stay over there and do you, and we're going to do us, and we'll get back with you when it's election time.
Yeah, we like you, but not publicly.
We're not going to.
We'll call you at 3 a.m.
Yeah, we'll call you on the burner phone that we got from Dollar General.
Right. Yeah, no, Kevin McCarthy is a current minority leader.
Right, and he's going to be
even keel, and I think he'd be fine. I mean, we have cocaine Mitch McConnell in the Senate, who just nukes everybody. So if he gets back into power, then we'll be in great shape.
Yeah,
I actually like Mitch. Mitch is a long-term.
You know what I don't like?
Everything's a long play.
I don't like anybody that served over 8 years. That's just how I am, Republican or Democrat. I don't like anybody served over 8 years.
Any senators?
None.
You don't like any senators?
Hardly any of them.
You don't like Ted Cruz, then?
If it's good enough for, I do not like Ted Cruz. No.
You don't like Rand Paul?
Rand Paul, I like Rand Paul, but he's overserved his time. If 8 years was good enough for George Washington, it's good enough for everybody. Hey, we got to take a break. We'll be right back after this timeout. Take a break. We'll be right back.
Power outages continued in Louisiana and Mississippi for hundreds of thousands of people. Many days after Hurricane Ida